All right, guys, so another story that I have to follow up on that I've talked about before in the past. However, this is not a victory for the woke mob / woke revolutionaries. It is actually a rare W for those of us who are on the right side of history. For those of us who believe in the Second Amendment, standing up for your First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, which again is a rarity nowadays, right? A lot of people don't really believe in freedom of speech anymore. Apparently that's a bad thing according to the left. But again, rare W here for the First Amendment. As ex-Virginia Tech soccer player allegedly benched for refusing to kneel gets a $100K settlement according to attorney. Yeah, so if you guys weren't aware of this story is about Miss Kristen Henning and her lawsuit against the Virginia Tech soccer coach who allegedly punished her after she refused to kneel for BLM / Kaepernick / social justice during a demonstration before the game. Okay, apparently this resulted in her being punished by the coach. The coach yelled at her in the locker room, put a finger in her face, decreased her playing time over the course of the season, even though I think she was like a junior or senior or something like that. Like, she clearly is a senior player who should be getting more playing time, right? That's what happens as you progress in college. You get more playing time, not less. He basically diminished her playing time to nothing, okay? And he claims that no, she did not get more playing time, or she got less playing time because of her play, right? And this is what he was alleging, and that it wasn't retaliation for her First Amendment right not to kneel for BLM. However, the courts disagreed with this in regards to, Kirsten Henning being able to actually move forward with the lawsuit as they refused to dismiss it. And now there is a settlement in which she's going to get paid $100,000. Again, this is a rare W for those of us on the right side of history here. So let's read here. A former Virginia Tech women's soccer player who accused her coach of benching her because of her political opinions will reportedly receive at least $100,000 as a part of an agreement to dismiss a federal lawsuit. Kristen Henning will receive the reward as a part of a settlement in the lawsuit she filed in 2021 against head coach Charles Chugga Adair on First Amendment grounds, her attorney Cameron Norris said last week, according to the Roanoke Times. Norris noted the terms of the settlement, which did not include an admission of wrongdoing by either his client or Adair. There are no details of the settlement in court records, according to the outlet, but Norris said the agreement has to be approved by university and state officials before it becomes final. Yeah, so, I mean, they're saying there's not an admission of wrongdoing, right? But you're paying out a settlement. Now, yeah, I understand. Like, sometimes, companies do pay out a settlement when they get sued and they don't really want to go through the legal process of having to deal with it. Going through the legal process costs more than actually just paying the person to go away. They're actually just paying this girl to go away. They're saying, look, just shoosh, go away, right? We don't want to deal with this anymore. And they're paying her $100K. And if that is the case, which I think that it probably is, she should have asked for more, right? Because if she was discriminated against, if her First Amendment rights led her to being punished, she should have got paid 10 times more, right? She got paid at least $1 million, in my opinion. So, I guess to the average person, this is a massive payout, right? Like me and you, right? $100,000. I bet every last one of us would be glad to have $100,000. But I do think that she probably deserved more, okay? I would like to have seen her get paid $1 million, right? $1 million, right? Henning, who was a midfielder / defender for the Hokies from 2018 to 2020, sued Adair in his personal and official capacity as coach, alleging he punished her for her political views, which often differed from her teammates during the height of the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020. Henning claimed she was removed from her starting position and pressured to leave the team after she declined to kneel during a reading of a unity statement before a game against UVA on September 12, 2020. She said Adair verbally attacked her at halftime, claiming she was being and moaning while putting his finger in her face. Well, I think the person that was being and moaning is actually the people that are kneeling, right? Because they're the ones that are upset, okay? Everybody else just wants to play the game, right? They just want to play the game. They don't want to be distracted by the social justice stuff. We don't want any of that. We just want to watch the game and go home. That's it. Henning explained in the lawsuit that while she, quote, supports social justice and believes that Black Lives Matter, she does not support BLM, the organization, citing its tactics and core tenets of its mission statement, including defunding the police. Adair continued to berate Henning until he benched her and ultimately made things so intolerable that she felt she had no choice but to quit the team, according to the suit. On December 2nd, federal judge Thomas Cullen denied a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, noting that Henning's time on the field dropped off following the kneeling incident. Adair had argued that 2 other players who declined to kneel did not face reduced playing time. Quote, ultimately, Adair may convince a jury that his coaching decision was based solely on Henning's poor play during the UVA game, but the court, viewing the evidence in the light most favorable to Henning, cannot reach that conclusion as a matter of law, ruled Cullen, who said the issues in the case are fundamental. The 3-day trial, slated to start later this month, was canceled last Tuesday in a court filing that noted the case had been settled. On January 4th, Adair released a statement on Twitter saying, in part, quote, I am pleased the case against me has been closed and I'm now free to move forward, clear of any wrongdoing. Now, I don't know about that, cuz. Right? I don't know about that because you settled. If you didn't do anything wrong, why you settle for it? I'm just saying, if you didn't do anything wrong, why did you settle? This guy is trying to say that, well, she dismissed it, right? We paid her $100K to go away. Therefore, I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I guess it would never be proven in the court of law that you did something wrong. But I guess, you know, again, at the same time, this settlement, because again, if it was me and my reputation on the line, and I feel like I didn't really, you know, I didn't punish this person because of their political beliefs or their First Amendment rights, then I would just continue forward. Because now you look like somebody that, again, punishes people for their freedom of speech. So I'm just saying, I'm not sure if this is the W that the coach thinks that it is. Quote, it's unfortunate, but this ordeal was about a disappointment and disagreement about playing time. Today, we have clarity that this case lacked any standing and without evidence, the truth has prevailed, said Adair, who made no mention of the settlement. Yeah, of course he didn't. Of course he didn't. Attorney Adam Montera tweeted in reply to Adair's statement, quote, if by clarity you mean you are paying my client 6 figures in a settlement, then you're right. That's pretty clear. Honestly, coach, read the court's opinion. You are paying. Defendants don't pay in cases that have no standing. Facts. Facts. Of course it has standing. He just was like, you know what? I'd rather try to pay her to go away than to go to trial because I know I'm guilty. Right. Which again, if that's the case, she should have took more. Right. She should have milked this man for everything that he was worth. Montera went on to thank Adair and his bosses at Tech for paying the equivalent of several years of tuition. All right, so yeah, I mean, again, rare W for free speech in this country. You don't see this enough. Quite honestly, you should see more of this. I'm pretty sure this is not the only case that's going on in these woke colleges and universities where you have you know, either faculty or students being punished for having the wrong opinions, right? And this is something that is happening in this country way too much. And you know, it goes to show in situations like this that, hey, if you go through the judicial system, if you do what you got to do, you know, you will be paid back or rewarded when somebody does wrong against you, when somebody violates your fundamental rights and freedom. So, hey, you know, congratulations to her. I wish she got paid more, but again, I'm happy that, you know, she got what she wanted out of this. And let's hope that this doesn't happen again. We know it will, but let's just hope that we don't have to cover stories like this in the future. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.